Today I want to teach you that clues help readers know how to read a story. Readers ask, what clues do authors leave that I can use to bring characters to life? The other day, I visited a bookstore to listen to a reading. Sometimes famous authors come to read their stories. I sat there listening to the author read a story about a pirate ship and a treasure map, and suddenly I felt like I wasn't at the bookstore anymore. I felt as though I was on that pirate ship out at sea, and that I was wearing an eye patch and looking for gold. It was like magic. I thought maybe the author had covered himself in that magic powder to make the whole book come to life. After the story was over, I walked up to the author and I shook his hand and said, "Wow, you are an expert reader." I felt like I was on a pirate ship. It was like magic. And do you know what he said next? He said, any reader can be an expert reader. It's not magic that brings stories to life. It's paying attention to what you read. That's what expert readers do. They pay careful attention to all the clues the author leaves and use them to know how the story wants to be read. When I was walking away, I started thinking, great, I've got this. I can pick up all the clues to help me know how to read the words the way the author would want them to sound. But then I realized, wait, what clues? Where? I turned around to ask the author, but it was too late. He had vanished. So I'm wondering if today we can work together to investigate this big question. Are you up for the challenge? Readers, we've already done a lot of this work as we've been reading our books. Iris and Walter in the field trip, and Mr. Putter and Tabby dropped the ball. Before we start making a list, I want you to pause the video and take a look through your reader's notebook and think about what you've learned over the last few lessons. Make a list of the types of clues that authors leave. Clues that help you know how the author wants the story to be read. After you've started a list, come back to the video and push play, and then we'll make the list together. Okay, let's get started. I wonder what you have on your list. I was thinking, and one of the things that comes to mind right away is punctuation. Punctuation at the end of the sentence helps readers know when to stop and take a breath, and how to make their voices sound as they read each sentence. Is it just punctuation at the end? No. We also look at commas too, and sometimes an author even leaves that ... Commas remind us to scoop up words together, and ... ellipses remind us to slow down as we read. Another clue that helps readers to know how to read is special print. Some words are written in bold font, some italic, and sometimes authors even use capital letters throughout the whole word. Authors will use special print to tell the reader that a word should be read with extra emphasis. Sometimes authors will also use dialogue. They might say that somebody was shouting or someone whispered. When authors use dialogue, they're telling us exactly how something should be read. And we can't forget about pictures. Authors will often use pictures to tell us what's happening in the story. Sometimes you can look at the pictures to see how a character is feeling, and that will help you to know how to read the story. Wow, this is quite the list. Are these some of the clues that you came up with? Well, I think together we've solved the mystery.